Hi, I'm Victoria Messenger.
And I'm Jazmine.
And welcome to Say What. So, who's graduating college this year?
I am.
What are you planning on doing after college?
Well, I'm not really sure yet. I've been looking at a lot of different jobs. I've been trying to apply as much as possible, all month basically, because next month it's over and I'm gonna need a job. So it's been kind of crazy.
Do you have your graduation cap and gown all set?
Yes, I just recently bought it. It cost me $50. So when you guys are finally in your senior year, you're gonna have to make sure you are saving up any money you can. If you're asking your parents, if you're saving up from your job, whatever it is, make sure you're saving money because you're gonna be spending a lot of it your senior year. You're gonna have to pay for cap and gown, you're gonna have to pay for any senior outings that the school may be.
Like trips to Mohegan Sun?
Yeah.
Some schools go to like New York City, Boston.
Yeah, they take lots of trips. They might go on like a cruise or they might go to the city, whatever it is. There's going to be a lot of fun things that you're going to want to do with your friends before you graduate, and so you're going to need money.
Most importantly, you have to make sure you're going to pass all your classes before you graduate.
Yes, I know from experience that people get senioritis on their last year before graduating, the last semester. If it's the last 2 semesters, you get lazy, you don't want to do it, you just want to work, graduate, get out. But these classes are important. If you don't pass them, you're not going to graduate. So you got to make sure you're doing your work, you're going to class, passing, studying, whatever it is, because this is still important.
Every single last assignment, paper, everything possible, you still have to do it.
Yes, even though senior year is going to be a lot of fun, you're going to be doing a lot of things, you want to make lots of memories, it's still going to be a lot of work when it comes to classes because these are the important classes you're taking right now. You want to graduate, then you got to do the work.
Plus, this is also the final GPA jobs like we'll actually see too.
Yeah, this could be your last chance, maybe get your GPA up a couple more points. So always try for that because it always helps with your resume.
It's always good to talk to your advisor too to make sure like you're not behind in credits or like anything like that, because I know some schools have like done that to people. Oh, you have to take like another class with like 3 credits, or even like for science you have to like take a science with a lab. Like that happened to one of my friends.
Yeah, so always make sure you're looking at your paperwork. Always make sure you have your schedules laid out, you have all your classes laid out, you know what requirements for your major that you need. Talk to your advisor, they're there to help you, they know the ins and outs, they can get you the correct up-to-date paperwork in case maybe you made a mistake or you're not sure where to look. Talk to them, make sure you're getting your requirements done. That's super, super important.
And make sure you also have your resume set, letters of recommendation from like professors or advisors you have. They're always there to help you no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
And you need at least like 2 or 3 to like even apply to a job or graduate school.
Yes, because I know I had my resume set up basically since my first job, which I got my freshman year of college, and my resume then is a lot different than what my resume is now. I've taken a lot of classes, I'm graduating, my GPA is different. I've had 3 other jobs since then.
Internships.
Yeah, I've had internships. You got to make sure you put all the experience you've had over these past 4 years into a brand new resume. And you got to make sure someone's looking at it. Try to get a professional. I know that a lot of colleges usually have like
The writing
advisors.
center.
Yeah, the writing center. They have resume experts on campus to help you with your resume to make sure it's as professional looking as possible, as well as cover letters.
Yes.
Cover letters are important too. I know not all jobs usually ask for cover letters, but it's good to know how to write one so that you can have one.
I think the most like scariest thing after graduating is finding a job.
Yes.
Especially after 6 months, you need to start paying bills for your loans.
That's true. Loans are coming soon, so you gotta get the job.
Everyone's like looking and applying, especially like apply before you graduate. So like hopefully you'll have a job when you graduate.
Yeah, try to apply as soon as you can. As soon as you know when your commencement is, as soon as you know when you're going to be available, start applying so that you know you can get the job as soon as possible. Even if it's not a career for what you're doing right now, I know a lot of people want that career right out of college, and some people do get it. Some people get the career that lines up with their major right out of college, and that's great. But if you're having trouble maybe finding it, or maybe you still don't know what you want to do with it, just apply to any old job, even if it's at Stop and Shop, even if it's at some kind of retail store. Just try to get any kind of job that you can for now, because it's still going to boost up your experience after college, and maybe you might even get a better position there or get paid a little bit more because you have that experience from college. And then eventually you'll be able to get a career.
Or even if you have like an internship, maybe that could like lead you into a job.
Yes.
Like one that's like in your specific like field too, which would be
Yeah.
amazing.
Because even if you're not in the internship now, if you were before, now that you can tell them, I've graduated, is it possible for me to come back? And maybe they can offer you a job now, or they can continue your internship again, and then you can get a job with them. Either way, having that degree now is always going to help you with your career.
A lot of college students even work like 2 part-times just to start paying off the loans, or even like 1 full-time job, 2 part-time. Like it's crazy what people do.
Yeah, that's probably what I'm going to have to do, depending on what my job is. I might have to get 2 part-times. Currently, right now, I'm also going to have to take a summer class too, so it's going to be a summer class and a job, plus any extracurriculars I might want to do, but it's going to be busy.
It's gonna be crazy,
Yeah.
especially like the first few months after graduating. You need to start saving up all that money.
Yes, I know.
Unless if you go right to grad school, then you could push the money back.
And also, don't worry if you're not graduating in 4 years. I know a lot of people that aren't graduating in 4 years. I'm lucky
That's
to
me.
technically be graduating in 4 years, but I know a lot of people get pushed back, either if they're a transfer student, if maybe they switched their major halfway, or maybe you had to become part-time at some point. Whatever the reason, don't worry, you're going to graduate. You just got to keep going and keep on track with all of this. Do the internships, make sure you're looking at all your requirements for whatever your major is. Keep going. If you graduate in 5, 6, 7 years, doesn't matter. You're getting that degree.
Like I transferred to Central 2 years ago, and I still have 1 more year. So this is gonna be my 5th year in college, and it's really just like not a race or anything.
Yeah.
Plus, like people take longer than usual, but it's fine.
Yeah, because as long as you're getting it.
And it also depends what your major is too. It could be like wicked hard,
Yeah, exactly.
like any
exactly.
science one.
So don't compare yourself to other people's majors. Yours might be harder, or maybe you're just struggling a little bit more. It doesn't matter. Go at your own pace. You're getting it too.
Exactly. And you shouldn't feel ashamed about it either, because I know a lot of people who are like in their undergrad for like their 6th year feel ashamed, but then like their major is like mechanical engineering. So
Yeah.
like don't even be ashamed. Like that's crazy to even be in that major.
Yeah.
Like it's so hard.
Exactly. The most important thing is just to push through. We all know that college is hard, but as long as we're pushing through, we're going to get it done.
Exactly.
Yes. I know one of the things that I'm most afraid of, well, not afraid, I guess, but not really looking forward to is going to be moving back in with my parents. I've been living on campus for 4 years now, and it's been great having that freedom, living on my own, doing my own thing. But I'm going to be moving back in with my parents now. And I know maybe for some of you that's also an option. You don't have the money or the resources to move out just yet, so don't worry. But I think it's important for when people graduate and go back to move with their parents is to talk to their parents about rules. Because you're an adult now, you're not that high schooler that just graduated anymore. You know, you've changed, you're different, you want a little bit more freedom. And I think it's important for adults to talk about this with their parents. Say, you know, whatever it is they need. Maybe there's no more curfews for coming in late. Maybe if you want to go hang out, you don't have to talk to them every single time and ask permission. Just make sure you're talking to them about these things. It's important.
You don't want to get yelled at if you come back at like 10 at night, being like, or like later at night, like, where were you? Like, you need to do this.
Exactly.
Yeah, you might be living with your parents, but like you still have to follow their rules and everything.
Yeah, exactly. So just make sure you have communication with them. It's important. You guys are going to be living together. And they're still your parents technically, so just make sure communication's open.
Like you said, that's like a weird transition to be living like in college for 4 years and then going back home to like being watched, like every move you make, and like
Exactly. It's just going to be really weird.
not having any more freedom.
Yeah. I'm mostly just going to miss being able to just walk across the street and get food when I want. And
Or
when
even
I'm
like
home, I can't.
seeing your friends like right down the hall.
Yeah,
That's the best
exactly.
part.
Walking
And
down the hall and just hanging out with them.
walking to class, walking to just hang out.
It's true.
Living on college is fun, and I feel like everyone should experience it.
Yes. But for any of you who maybe are graduating and are planning on immediately moving out of your home, out of college or whatever, that's also going to have its own challenges. Make sure you have a car, or make sure you know the bus schedule really well if you're, going to be living on your own. Make sure you're saving up money now. it's definitely going to be a lot harder living on your own than living with your parents or living at college. You're going to have to pay for food, you're going to have to pay for laundry, bills, for your cell phone, for your apartment, whatever it is.
I think like the scariest thing about that is like being able to pay for food for yourself. Like all the money you're making is going right to all your bills. Like will you even have enough money for food is like the real question.
Yeah, I know a lot of people that moved out already and they're really struggling with money. Not in a dangerous way, but just that they're realizing how tightly they need to keep their money. If they want pizza one day, they can't. They need to make their own food. They need to go grocery shopping and buy just the necessities. If they want a new purse, well, they can't have it right now. They need to buy a new backpack for school. They need to just, really prioritize more.
It's also much cheaper to like just go to Stop and Shop and get food instead of just like getting takeout every night because it adds up. It's like so expensive.
It's also a lot healthier.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah. But it's all about adulthood.
Exactly. No pizza and Chinese every night.
Dang it. That good college life is gone.
Oh yes, Domino's, Dunkin'. None of that anymore.
Nope. But I mean, it's going to be a good experience whether you lived on campus and you learned how to live on your own, whether you're going to live on your own now after college. It's always going to be a good experience. It's going to help you be independent. It's going to help you with time management, money management, responsibilities, all that jazz. So.
And it's always cheaper living with like a bunch of friends in a house or an apartment.
Yeah, if you're planning on living on your own, try to get a roommate if you can. More than one roommate is good, but if you're moving in with a significant other or just a best friend or just a random roommate, it's going to be a lot easier if you have someone with you. One, because you're not alone, so you're not going to get lonely or whatever. Two, you'll have someone to help with bills and paying. It'll probably be a lot more fun than being on your own. So try to live with someone else. It's going to make it a lot easier.
And like all the other extra money you put to aside, like do something fun for yourself, like go on vacation, like don't stress out too much to the point where like you're only working to pay bills. Like you need to go out and have fun too.
That's true. Fun is going to be very important. At least once a week, once a month, whatever it is you can do, make sure you're leaving yourself time for recreation, even if it's just a movie, even if it's just a pizza, Netflix, whatever it is that you're splurging on.
Just fun stuff.
Yeah. Adulthood can be fun too sometimes.
You do have freedom. Yeah, and freedom.
Yeah, and freedom, that's true. I guess that's what I'm excited about for graduating. I'll have more freedom instead of constantly having to do homework and school.
I can't wait just for the summer just so I can just focus on work and not any classes with homework. Because while I'm at work, I'm just like, oh, I have to write this paper, I need to go study for this after.
I know. It's just going to be an end of stress.
Yeah, exactly.
What are you most excited about for when you graduate?
Hopefully have a job in my field.
A real job?
Yeah, not work at Dunkin' my whole life. But like I'm looking at internships for the summer or for next semester, and hopefully that could lead into like an actual job. If not, like maybe like my advisors can know people who are like looking for someone who is young and just out of college.
That's true.
Because most jobs are looking for that. They don't want someone who's like 6 years old.
Well, yeah, obviously. And that's really important. I know we said about talking to advisors when it comes to requirements, but talk to advisors about any job opportunities that they might know of. Because your advisor odds are is going to be someone that's in your field or majored in your field and they have a job in it. Even if you don't want to be an advisor, they're going to know what kind of jobs you can get with that major. So they're a really good resource to talk to when you're looking to graduate. If you're nervous about getting a job, always talk to them.
Even some professors are like always like looking for people too. People that they know, like their friends who are also like their colleagues. Just like if any fresh college students.
Yeah, I know I'm planning on talking to some of my advisors and professors soon about jobs. I know a lot of them post a lot of opportunities for jobs. I know since I'm an English major, I know a lot of my professors send out emails to all English and writing majors for writing opportunities, publishing opportunities, which are good. Some of them are paid, some of them are not paid. But even the not paid ones are good because you can put those on resumes. You can show, look, I've published. You can look at my writing here. So like any opportunity is good, even if it's free, because it can go on a resume.
And then since I'm a psychology major, I have professors emailing us like saying there are internship opportunities where you could like go like watch people counsel or you could like do research. One of my favorite professors is actually doing that during the summer. You could like help him like assist him with the research. And that looks amazing for a resume.
Yeah, that's really good too, actually. And while you're in college, make sure you're using resources beyond just people that are available to you. I know a lot of colleges have programs that are available, either if they're like classes or lessons. I know at Central, if you go to the computer lab, they have like classes to learn how to use Excel, Microsoft, Photoshop, which is good. Even if you're not particularly doing something with computers for your major, those are just kind of general programs that you can use kind of with anything, or they're just kind of good background knowledge, again, things to put on a resume. So those kind of things are good.
And then most colleges also have like offices where they can go help you find jobs. People are there, or like build a resume, because that's really important. If you want like a job, you need to show them your resume.
Yeah, I know in a lot of like online things, sometimes they have like free memberships for like online resume builders. And that's where I made my first resume, was on one of those. And so take those kind of resources and opportunities. Also, they have fun resources on college campus, like they give you free HBO maybe. I know my college does that. I know they give you free
Microsoft.
Free Microsoft, yeah. Sometimes they just give you free accounts to things. So take all advantage of all of those as much as you can. I know like Amazon gives you like a free membership if you're a student sometimes.
Yeah, a
For
discount.
like 6 months. Yeah, or like discounts. So take advantage of those while you're still a student now, before you graduate.
A lot of places do like discounts like that. Like if you're a college student, like even like going on vacation, like taking trips like on planes.
That's true too, yeah. If you just show them your college ID. Or like at the movies.
Yeah.
Get $5 tickets. I know at like some
Museums and
yeah,
stuff.
museums,
Even
a lot
food.
of museums. Yeah, food. You can get things with your college ID. I know a lot of stores sometimes give discounts, things like that. So it's not all just work related. Take advantage of all the resources that you can.
They know the struggle's real for college students. They're all yours.
Yeah, it's true. I know, it's just a lot of stress, but also a lot of fun. It's going to be really, really exciting to finally graduate.
Get out and live your life. Have a job. See friends when you can.
Yeah, and that's another thing too, is that you're going to see a lot of your friends and you're going to be done, and I don't want to use the cliche, this is when your life begins, because your life has been beginning your whole life. But like it's time for you to do things outside of school now. If you want to travel maybe, like travel to other states, whether to live there or just go there. If you want to travel out of the country to live there or just to travel, that's going to be open to you now that you're done with all your classes, all your schooling and all that. So
You're in school from when you're 5 to like when you're 22 or older. Like it's crazy. This is like the actual time to go out and travel and not have to worry about school. Just getting a job, paying for everything, and then go out and travel. Just live your life.
Also, when some people graduate, I just remembered that some people might actually be going back to college to
Yeah.
get their master's or their doctorate or whatever it is they're getting, PhD. Like sometimes it's going to continue, and that's totally fine if you want to stop, your education at an associate's or a bachelor's or whatever it is you have now. Or if maybe you want to continue. And you don't have to go immediately into it, because I know some people take breaks before they start, continuing on with their education, and that's totally fine, whatever it is you want to do.
Plus, like even like I already looked into grad schools. Some grad schools want to see that you have like an actual job before you apply to grad school.
Yeah.
And like an internship or something, just to show like you've had experience and like the certain thing that you want to do.
Yeah, I've heard of that for when it comes to education majors. A lot of places want you to take a year or two to actually be a teacher, to get that experience before you start getting your master's, so that you know when you actually go back to school what it is you want to learn, what you want to focus on, because you've had that couple years of experience with just working without any classes or anything like that. So you have that as a backup to now more education. So it's kind of like a reverse. Education, then experience. Now it's experience, then education. So it'll help you a lot.
I feel like they help you do that a lot in grad school. So like you actually have experience, and then you go back into school, and then you can relate to like what they're saying.
Yeah, you'll be able to put it on a personal, a personal level for yourself, because you know what it is you want, what it is you need to learn. So that'll help. So if you're planning on going to master's or PhD or whatever extra graduate program you want to go into, start looking into that now, even if you don't plan on doing it immediately after, just so you have an idea of what it is you want to do, what's going to be right for you, so that you can prepare for that.
Are you planning on getting your master's?
Maybe eventually. I'm probably going to start taking more classes again afterwards, but I might have a different focus for right now than just English. I'm not really sure if I want to get my master's just yet, but I do like going to school. I think it's fun. I'm just probably going to be part-time instead of full-time.
Yes, so you could work and do school.
Yeah.
That's like seems so much easier.
Yeah, I think it'll be easier for me. I just want to focus on schooling because I'm going to have to start paying loans soon. And if I want to move out, then I'm going to, need to work on some other stuff.
Get another job just to pay for school and then loans.
Yeah, and I still need a car.
Same.
So I need to pay for one of those.
I'm planning on going to grad school for sure. I just don't know when I should, because I was thinking about actually double majoring in comm, and if I do that and psych together, it looks really good.
Yeah, that's true. Communications is always kind of like a good supplementary major. That's kind of why I want to take some classes in that.
Something you could relate to
Yeah.
with like any major, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, so always if you are looking to get more schooling, try to look into something that complements whatever it is you already have. If you have a bachelor's in, let's say, English, you can get a major in English, a master's in English, or you can get a master's in journalism, or you can get a master's in library studies, whatever it is. Try to make it complementary to what you have before, or maybe even something totally different that you're interested in, if you're going into like more education.
So I won't be here next week.
Oh no, where are you going?
I'm going up to Maine to my friend's pinning ceremony for graduation. She's graduating from nursing school.
Oh, so jealous.
Yes.
Well, we'll be having a surprise guest since you won't be here, and we'll talk about We're actually going to keep it a secret about what we're going to talk about next week. You'll have to find out.
Say what? I want to be here.
Oh, well, too bad. All right, see you guys.
Bye.